it is. There is, if you remember, Mujibur Rahman was, I think the Indian Air Force had sent a plane to rescue him. It was too late. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was murdered. Sheikh Hasina uh, fleeing in, I mean, the triggers may have been slightly different, but the method of fleeing the country hurriedly without even having the time to make a farewell speech, I think is more or less the same. Too small sum of an event for the US to take any advantage to be a part of. Besides, please understand, if Sheikh Hasina was destabilized, the forces that would be coming in would be inimical to the US, and much more friendly towards China, towards the ISI, and towards the Islamist sort of environment. It is hardly likely that the US would want to get involved in this. Besides, at this moment, the US has other bigger fish to fry. So I don't at all think the US is part of this. I don't think anybody predicted the rapid fall of Sheikh Hasina. Yes, there were protests about quotas, and you could have said that according to history, Bangladesh history, student protests inevitably led to regime change. We have seen a similar pattern. So student protests became mass protests, and even the concessions that Sheikh Hasina made did not appear to quell the protests or even satisfy the protesters, which leads me to believe that the protests were actually about something much bigger than the quotas that they said that they were about. The protests, or rather opposition to Sheikh Hasina, has been building up for some time. Certainly after the fourth election, which she won without any opposition presence, it was something that had to be, I mean, people would have protested against it. As it happened, it was sooner rather than later. And from this point onwards, we don't know. As you may have heard, the Bangladesh army chief has taken over control. He said he had held a meeting with for an interim government with political stakeholders. It was clear that there was no person from Awami League, no presence from the Awami League at that meeting, according to sources from Bangladesh. It is clear that what we are going to see, even if it is a civilian-controlled government, would have a very heavy army presence in it, and would most likely be a BNP Jamaat government.